comes in consideration the air we breathe, the water we drink, the foods we eat, and also, like, I don't believe we are just a body. I believe, first of all, we are a soul, that the body is our temple. So we need food for our soul too. So what kind of practices we do a part of food as well. So then you put, environment that is toxic, constant fight or flight states that we are constantly stressed and never get out of it. Plus we put ultra processed food that is specifically engineered to make us eat more and more and more. And most of the time is easy things. So you don't need to think about cooking. You don't need to spend extra time in it. It's packaged in nice packages. It's easy, accessible. And then we put all those things together. That's where addiction comes. It doesn't come just because of food. I think that our emotions and our feelings make a massive influence into the addiction as well.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm curious. How
long have you been carnivore now? I'm sorry. How long have you been carnivore now?
It's over 2 years now.
2 years.
Yay!
Wow. I am coming for lunch after this call.
Well, rice, corn, wheat, potatoes, tomatoes, 50,000 years ago, where did those exist in any significance?
Nope, they didn't.
Not in our environment.
No.
And in the interesting part, is sort of we ship all this stuff around the globe, but ultimately, we're kind of ancient nomads. We followed the herds, imagine, and we ate the rare to raw fatty meat. I mean, now we're all afraid of fat. What other animal wants to be skinny? That spends all their life trying to be skinny and lose weight and look younger, spend all of their life taking supplements and getting a nutritionist to tell them the right macros to take, or reading a book on how to cook your food, when in fact, what other animal cooks their food? None. So essentially, a plant eater has been poisoned by the plants, propagandized in order that the plants get in you, and then they put their DNA into your DNA, and we're basically controlled by plants, are we not?
Yes.
I mean, where is the movement out there, and where did that the medical community? I mean, I sat down at dinner with a few doctors the other day, and like in their practice, carnivore diet doesn't even exist. I mean, when's the last time a doctor said to you, "Here, eat just meat"? Laura, anyone?
You reminded me, a few months back, I went to the cardiologist and I thought, okay, let me do all the panels of bloods. Let me do cardio appointment as well to see how I'm going. I wasn't concerned at all, but because I had my insurance, I thought, okay, let me just do all the tests. And of course, everything came back perfect, a part of my iron that is still low after 2 years, more than 2 years, mostly eating red meat only.
Amazing.
So I'm still on the verge of being anemic, and that happened when I started being vegan. I never had those issues before. So part of that, everything else was gone. So inflammation was gone. All the other measures were perfect. And then I spoke with my cardiologist after I did all sorts of tests. I did a test under stress as well, where I needed to basically to stay on the bicycle and go as fast and as hard as I could. And they were measuring my heart. And then all the results were back. I had a follow-up appointment with the cardiologist. And he said, look, your heart is perfect. No any sort of blockages in your arteries. Everything is working fine. Under stress, everything is fine as well. And then I said, I didn't even say that I'm a carnivore because, of course, he pointed my anemia from the blood test. And I said, I eat keto, so I eat a lot of red meat. And then he said, oh, but you shouldn't be eating red meat more than twice or max 3 times a week because that is not helpful for your heart. And I said, sorry, but you just told that my heart is perfectly healthy. Yeah, but you still shouldn't be eating red meat more than 2-3 times a week. And I just said, okay, there is pointless to tell anything else. And I said, okay, thank you for your advice. But I think what I'm doing is working for me personally. And that's it.
Are are humans all different?
I believe we are all the same, but we are all different at the same time. So what works for me not necessarily can work for somebody else. But
are rats all different? Like each rat is different, each pig is different, cow different, each cockroach is different.
As a species, we are all the same, but I think we are
no different. Other animal says I'm unique and different from you.
We all have a species specific diet, and it's more similar than different. So cows all eat the same, especially when they're grouped and given food by their farmer. They're all given the same thing. So, and as humans, we have differences, but as far as the diet probably should be very, very similar between all of us.
Are there sort of, when we look at diseases of humanity, are they infinitely different, or are they generally sort of categorized into like a few things?
I guess we get the same diseases, all of us, who less, who more evolved, who less, who is treatable, who is not. But yeah, the diseases, I guess, even in animals, they are all the same. Look, with domesticated animals, most of the time, like in nature, it's rare that an animal gets sick. But how many dogs and cats, they get cancers nowadays? Like it's very common. I had 2 dogs in my life dying from cancer, both at 6 years old.
Well, dogs and cats evolved from wolves and lions, essentially, right? And wolves and lions in general, are they massive plant eaters or people eaters?
People eaters, definitely.
People eaters. and so with the propaganda, we're all unique and different. BS. No other animal has a unique name and number for every other animal, organism, cockroach, right? I mean, ultimately, the bugs, they own this. The little microbes, parasites, bacteria, yeast, and viruses. I mean, their job is to make us into edible food for other fertilizer for other organisms. And so we made non-species specific food. And ultimately, and then Dr. Nelson, maybe you could throw this out again. Addiction. If someone's addicted to something, would you say our consumption of that addictive substance is good for us or bad for us?
Well, 99% of the time is really bad for us.
Okay, so
heroin, cocaine,
marijuana, nicotine, caffeine. Right now, we'd even say caffeine is healthy for us. Could caffeine kill us? Is caffeine potentially a toxin?
Yes.
I mean, breathing air, I guess, could be bad for us too.
especially dirty air.
Or full of pollen. But pollen's from a plant. Pollen's from a plant.
So what's your mission, Laura? What got you onto social media, sharing your story, your unique and different story as a poison by plant eater?
It's actually, I think today or tomorrow that it's 2 years that I started my Instagram account. And I started it for the reason, not that I thought it will grow massively as it did. I started it to have a possibility to talk what I am doing so I can step back and I will be more motivated myself. Because this journey, especially in the beginning, it wasn't easy. Then I started carnivore the first 2-3 weeks. I was feeling horrible. So I was feeling no energy whatsoever. I was nauseous. I had headaches. I had all sorts of symptoms. That was all the oxalates and all the carbs going out of my body.
Have you seen an oxalate out of your body?
I was having like very strange thing with my eyes. So it was like all the time like crystals and sand forming in the beginning in my eyes, and they were so dry. So that might be one of the symptoms of oxalates leaving my body. But then few months down the road, it was gone.
Might be.
Yeah, so I particularly didn't suffer from like a lot of other symptoms that other people suffers, but the first 2-3 weeks were not that nice. And then suddenly something happened, and from one day to another, everything twisted, and I started feeling so amazing. And the reason why I started carnivore was for SIBO. And my sister, she is a nutritionist doctor, and she told me, or you go on the antibiotics that most likely are not going to help you.
What is SIBO?
So SIBO is small intestine bacteria overgrowth. So I came to the point that whatever I was eating was massively disturbing my digestion. So I was having massive cramps all the time, massive bloating. I was having very strong acid reflux, so I wouldn't be able to sleep as well. And then I did some tests, and that came out positive. And my sister said, or you go on carnivore for 30 days and you take natural supplements that I'm going to give you, or you go on antibiotics that most likely are not going to help you in any way. So she convinced me, and the convincing was in any way. It was way longer than that. So for roughly 2 years, she was trying to convince me that I need to reintroduce meat into my diet, knowing how I was suffering from different health issues. And coming back to my Instagram, because I wanted something that would motivate me and will keep me accountable, that's how my Instagram account has started. Not from the beginning, but a few months down the road, because I turned carnivore in June and my account was opened in August. And I was just sharing what I'm doing, what I'm eating, how much I'm eating, what is helping, what is not helping. And after the first 30 days that I decided to go carnivore, I understand that I want to do 100 days. And during those 100 days, I understood that it needs to be my lifestyle. And the main reason, because all my life I suffered from suicidal depression. And one day one morning I woke up and I understood, oh, I'm not thinking anymore how to end my day today. And I am excited. I am willing to, to live this day and see what this day will bring to me. So that is my biggest motivator. Yes, my digestion issues are gone, my joint pain, chronic fatigue, eczema, and other things are gone too. But my biggest motivator is my depression that is gone. And for the first time in my life, I feel like a human being. And that is the most important thing to me. Because let's be real, carnivore, it doesn't make your life, it makes your life easier, but it doesn't prevent things happening. We still can be stressed. We still can have occasions where it's not very easy to deal with. But then you are in a stable mindset and stable moods, because you nourish your brain and your body, it becomes easier to deal with whatever comes to you.
What feeds bacteria and yeast?
Oh, mostly sugars, vegetables, carbs,
Plants.
Yeah.
Proteins.
Yeah.
Plants and proteins are fermentable. In the gut, it makes alcohol. Is alcohol a toxin to the human body?
Oh yeah, I like, my aim wasn't stopping drinking completely. I just decided I will not drink for 100 days when I started carnivore. But then those 100 days passed. It was my birthday and I was celebrating with a dinner and a few friends at home. And I poured myself into the glass some Prosecco or whatever it was. And I just smelled and I already didn't like it. So basically, I just wet my lips. And that was so disgusting that I said, no, it's no chance I'm going to continue drinking, because now I don't like it anymore. I was never a big drinker in any way. I would have a drink and then maybe 2 months down the road, I wouldn't have any at all. Now even the smell smells toxic to me. So I read a little bit more about it. I listened to more podcasts about it, because it's a toxin. It's a neurotoxin. So why should I damage my brain purposely with something that doesn't give me anything good? If I want to, socialize, I ask for a glass of wine, I put some sparkling water, and that is my drink. And I don't feel that I'm left out or I'm not enjoying. I'm enjoying way more, because I know that next morning I don't risk to have headaches and hangover and all this. So that was my choice, not to drink anymore. And I haven't drunk now, more than 2 years.
Whoa. Wow. Poisoned by plants. And protein.
How about the rest of the family?
Rest of my family is quite supportive, because of course I do have a sister who is a nutritionist, and she works with carnivore and keto diets with her patients as well. I am the longest who has stayed more than 2 years on carnivore, because some of her patients, when they sorted out what they needed to sort out, they reintroduced some things back. And I can talk about that when I try to do something to introduce what happened to me as well, because I always wanted to do this test. So yeah, I know that then whenever I go to visit my family, there will be always food for me. So my sister, she's not a carnivore, but she eats heavily animal-based diets, and ultra-processed food has never been really massive in my house. So I don't remember myself drinking sodas when I was growing up. I don't remember really eating cereals and all other things. Like, the food was cooked in my house. So I think I'm quite lucky from that point of view. And because all my life I was trying to lose weight, so I was always trying to eat healthy as well. And so many years I was going on salad leaves only and counting calories and over exercising massively, and my weight was still not changing. And I have never been obese, I have never really been overweight, I have always been normal. So, but one of my motivations also to go carnivore was not only SIBO, but because I saw so many people losing weight on it, and that motivated me. So now I hadn't really lost a lot of weight with carnivore. I lost like 5 kilos only, but my body really reshaped. And I believe that weight is not only the food we eat, but it's also very, very connected with our emotions and feelings, because it's like a buffer, a protection from something else. It can be, some trauma stuck in your cells, feeling stuck in the cells. That's why I really promote, and I really did myself, things like breath work, energy healing, sound healing, because I think that we need to integrate more modalities, because carnivore, yes, it's a powerful tool, but I think it's not enough to have the perfect health. I think we need to work on our soul as well.
What other animal seeks red light therapy, meditation, prayer, and existential experiences?
Well, I think they do it in a way. They don't have a red light panel, but they always turn towards the sun. Look to the dog. The dog will always choose the side that is the most sunny. So probably we don't think that they are doing meditations and things that humans do, but I think they are naturally connected with the divine force, with the universe, with the earth, with the planet, and with everything that is happening around, with the energies. So they don't do it as we do, but I think we struggle because the moon came out
infinite amount of money on devices and XYZ in order to sort of find you must do this, right? If you don't do this new health hack, right? But ultimately eat meat.
Oh yeah, that is
the simplicity of this story, right? Eat meat. I mean, what poison? I'm just going to go back to this because I saw the story of the young person here who's got cancer. I mean, cancers are caused by plant protein, low-fat diet. Nobody's getting cancer from eating ribeye, raw ribeye steak. Are they? What are your thoughts, Laura? You think red meat causes cancer?
I don't think red meat causes cancer, but I also, in a way, believe that we need to look, because there are people who eat very, very healthy, let's say even carnivore, and they still get diseases, because I think we need to look to that side of our feelings, emotions, and that spiritual side as well. Because if our thoughts, they are toxic, we can be eating the best carnivore diet and still be unhealthy.
How many people do you know have been carnivores since the day they were born and never ate a plant?
Oh, I don't know any.
Zero. Right.
Zero.
And so we breathe, drink, and eat in this environment. Again, I'm just throwing out thoughts and ideas that, again, maybe the what did you call it, Dr. Nelson? What's the proper human diet? What's the species-specific human diet, do you think?
Oh, our species-specific diet? I think it revolves around meat.
Meat, the master meal.
Yeah.
And right?
We got some questions.
Yeah, we do.
Yes.
We do have questions. Yeah. Brisket Boomers, Amy. Yes, we are all alike, but we are not the same. Look at Mikhaila Peterson. She cannot eat many carnivore foods. You become very sick on certain carnivore foods. Many carnivores eat beef only. There you go.
I can quickly comment on this. I
Sure.
tried to do Lion's diet for 40 days almost. And I definitely know that I felt the best during those 40 days. But
Wow.
it wasn't sustainable for me. So I was craving for cheese. I was craving for other meats as well. And I think that what works best for me is find that balance between other meats and lion diet. So I try my diet to be heavily beef or lamb, but I know that I can't eat just beef.
Or you could, because you just said you feel the best, but you choose not to.
Yes, I choose not to. That's
Right.
correct.
And cheese, think about all the things that didn't exist in nature until humans began to create them. Nature doesn't make cheese. It makes breast milk for a baby. No other adult animal consumes breast milk. That I
Oh,
can
yeah, I
see.
totally agree on that.
And Laura, I love cheese, by the way.
Me too.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
It's my weakness. But
right.
what I do, time to time, I stop eating for a month or I stop eating for a week. I know that cheese is not the best for me. And I know that probably I shouldn't be eating it. But from another side, it's like my treats, like my desserts, or because I have eliminated so many things for my health. And I said, I leave cheese occasionally. So I have that satisfaction of eating cheese. But yes, it's a choice. Like I don't need to eat it, but I choose to.
We have another question here.
Yeah, so this is from John, carnivore teacher. Question: animal fat is the most essential and healing nutrient for humans. Why do you think it's still demonized by mainstream medicine? And what will it take to flip the script for good? That's a great question.
It is just you mentioned what your cardiologist told you, right? You know, oh, don't eat red meat; it's not good for your heart. Just right after they told you your heart is perfect, and of course you've been eating a lot of red meat. Well, that's the common thinking. You go to Google, you put is red meat bad for your heart, and the answer is yes on Google. When the studies that prove that are not very well designed studies. They have big holes, and so many people feel good on one side, and then the cholesterol theory, I don't know. I think it has, to my satisfaction, been debunked as the cause of heart disease. So could there be financial interest behind many of these things?
Is science a truthful endeavor or a fruitful endeavor?
Fruitful.
Financial, power, money. Sorry. It's all, I mean, no human being is out simply, well, I shouldn't say no human being, but there's a need for gain, power, money. And ultimately, why would something your body makes naturally cause it to be sick? And do cardiologists exist 200 years ago?
Doubtful. No.
It seems to me like John D. Rockefeller, in his mission to control the world, created a science and medicine to fancy his financial gains. And we've just been part of the game. And it's control the masses on plants, and meat is the master meal because the masters eat the meat and the masses eat the mush. And now we have taken hook, line, and sinker the story and then argue that someone says, oh, they can only eat lamb, they can only eat this. Well, how many people hunt and eat the raw animal? Nobody. And how much of our psychology, how much of what you've told me, oh, we can only eat this or this person can only eat that. How does the psychology, Laura, affect our actual lives?
Oh, massively. I think that we are very easily, somebody can very easily condition us. And if we don't have that filter, we go with the masses and we believe everything that is told. Luckily, I stopped believing in what is told to us many, many years back. And I always knew we are controlled, we are enslaved, even if it's modern slavery we are living right now. We are told what is good and what is bad for us. Everything is for the profit and for the power of few, right? Luckily, I stopped believing those things. And I think we forget also to listen to our intuition as well, because we have a powerful mechanism inside of us that if we listen deeply what our higher self is telling instead of what a business or a food industry is telling, we can feel how we can understand how we feel the best. So now, for example, when I eat, I always bless my food as well. I always try to check with myself how I feel after eating a meal. And when I was eating everything, most of the times I finish eating and half an hour later, I am lacking the energy. My cramping starts, my bloating starts and everything. That is not feeling well. You can understand that something is not going right. With the carnivore, I have never had those symptoms of those issues. So it means that something is right. And if somebody is telling me, oh, you should be eating vegetables because they are good for you, well, they are not good for me because I know. I tried to do a trial where I reintroduced white cabbage, cucumber, avocados, blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries. And suddenly I started craving all the sweet foods. Suddenly I started being bloated again. I started having headaches. I stopped falling asleep properly. So I haven't had any issues with sleeping my entire carnivore journey. And now, once I reintroduced it, not even daily, it was occasionally. And the first time, okay, my stomach is not used to it. But a couple of weeks down the road, I should be used to eat those things already. But it was a mistake. And I know that they are not working for me. And I am fully carnivore again.
Are you unique and different to the poisons in plants?
Oh, no, I definitely believe and stand by the carnivore diet. I think that it is the species appropriate diet. Now, if somebody choose to eat vegetables and fruits like I choose to eat cheese, I think everybody has a choice to do whatever they want. I can just inspire and share with my story.
That's
And
right.
whoever is listening is just, or decides to try because of the curiosity, or decides not to try is their own choice. But once you had struggled with your health for so long and you tried so many things, because I definitely tried. I tried therapy. I tried, going from one side, being vegan, to everything in between and becoming carnivore, and nothing worked. I was keto as well for almost a year before starting carnivore. And it didn't work. It didn't solve my health issues. And only when I removed all the other plant-based foods, I started noticing the difference.
Papa Carnivore asks, what part of the world does Laura live?
Oh, I live in UK, in London for now, but I really would like to move somewhere sunny by the beach. That is my plan.
I
To
love that.
Florida,
Florida is nice,
Southern California,
but I
Arizona.
think
Oh, no,
US
not
would be a
Arizona.
little bit difficult for me with documents, and but everything is possible, I guess.
Oh,
No.
things are possible when you have faith.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I'm trusting the process, so let's see where life will bring me next.
Love it. Here's one from Chuck. No question, but he says your anemia will heal with real beef liver each week or capsules daily. Try for 3 months and retest. God bless. There you go.
Yes, so I am not a big fan of organ meats. I do try to eat liver at least couple of times per month. I do take some beef and organ capsules time to time as well, not constantly, but time to time. And I have been doing that for 2 years, and still it didn't improve at all. I was also taking some copper because sometimes the deficiency in copper can lead to iron deficiency as well. And it's not necessarily of what I know that it's, so we are deficient in the blood, but it can be that iron is in the tissues. So I'm definitely not taking any iron supplements because I believe they are toxic for us. And I'm just trying to sort out in different ways. Although said that, when I was anemic and vegan, I was feeling very, very low in energy all the time and getting out of breath very, very easily. Now, I don't get out of breath that easily and I don't feel fatigued. The only thing I feel it when I'm climbing the stairs and it feels like my muscles are suffocating, but I can, do everything else with not much effort. And I know that my anemia is still there, but I feel 100 times better than I used to feel before.
Have you seen a hematologist?
Yes, and what they said? Take some iron supplements. Nobody is investigating.
Raw, red, fatty, bloody meat, organ meats. No other animal that is a carnivore passes up the core. And they don't wait for the animal to be drained of its blood. We are picky, loony eaters.
Loony. This is true.
Right. Someone was asking if you eat eggs.
Yes, I do eat eggs and I really love eggs. I do them in different ways. So I even make carnivore pancakes as well as a treat sometimes. And they are the most popular recipes on my YouTube, the carnivore pancakes. But yeah, I do love eggs. I know that I could overeat eggs because they are so delicious. And so I try to kind of make one of the meals would be eggs and another meal of the day, because I eat mostly twice a day, would be definitely red meat.
All right.
So we got a question for Dr. Kiltz. Amanda, few months on carnivore TTC, but my cycle shortened from 25, 26 days to 23, 24. Is this okay or not good? Is that too short?
Well, some people ovulate and get pregnant on 23 to 24 days. It's 28 plus or minus 7. Technically, there's a wide variation essentially, but if it's stay carnivore. Raw fatty meat is what you want to eat. That is the critical part of carnivore. Lean meat is deadly. Protein poisoning is real. You eat the fat, you will be fit and fertile. And stop eating all day long. Eat less frequently, more fasting. And Laura, faith. Does faith and spirituality fit into your lifestyle?
Yes, I'm not religious, but I have always been spiritual. And just for the question before, I would say that few months are not enough to know how you really feel. I think that time to assess your body and to properly see the difference and the benefits, you need way more than just few months, because the first few months they can be that your body just assessing to different things, so things can change. It happened to me as well, that things were shifting from how they used to be. And then even the cholesterol, in the beginning it went up, but now when I did my blood test, it went down as well. So my cholesterol is in the norm. So I think you need a little bit more than a few months to see the proper benefits and to stabilize the body and get used to the new lifestyle as well.
Is cholesterol harmful for us?
Oh no, I believe that is very good for us.
Are the levels that we've even been told we should have even valuable and true?
No.
So ultimately, measuring cholesterol, low cholesterol, the levels they've created as normal are pathologic.
Yeah, I truly believe that higher cholesterol prevents us from infections, from even Alzheimer's and all sorts of other diseases. So I'm happy that my cholesterol is towards the higher side. And plus, if the body is so intelligent and you don't eat cholesterol, but it will produce it for you and for your brain, so why we want to lower it? Yeah.
Right. That's right.
Seems to me that modern science and medicine has gotten us into more trouble than truth.
It's everything about the money. Follow the money and you will see why things are the way they are.
What other animal is like, hey, did you go get your bloods checked?
No.
I am doing it just for curiosity, and I don't do it very often, probably every 5 years or so. Yes, I did the blood works before carnivore, and now I did them a few months ago.
Isn't it
just more for curiosity? I don't think that's like you said, that they are even correct, because I'm lucky I have my sister to interpret it, and sometimes she knows that when it's, what is normal for us, it's not normal. It shouldn't be normal, because the average is taken by the average unhealthy or healthy person, right?
Who determines the who determines the numbers?
It's the same pharmaceuticals, I guess, because if your numbers are disbalanced, there is a pill to give to you.
So isn't there a tendency for our brain to work in the subconscious world that says, oh, wait a minute, that's not normal. That's out of norm. That's too high, because it's subconscious, because that's called marketing. So it's really just entertainment. It's not sort of curiosity. I mean, we're curious, but it's more entertainment than it's not truth science. It's snake oil science.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. And it's like I said, where you can follow the money and where you can give the pill, of course they will adjust those parameters more and more and more, so more people can be, hooked on the pill. Look, the things that there's no pill, we are not really looking into them, right?
You're right, Laura. Thank you.
Like, for example, insulin resistance. I don't think so that there is a pill to lower insulin resistance. So there is no talk about diet and what you eat, and that the majority of the illnesses, they come from sugars and carbs that we consume.
Is a high protein diet good for us?
I think that there is a high protein diet only. I don't think is good for us, because we need fats, and we need a lot of fats. So I think we need proteins, but we need fats as well. So if we will be eating only proteins, we will be sick.
Do we need sugars in our diet?
Oh no, definitely.
Sugars are critical in our diet. They're the glycans. They're part of the glycobiome, and they're part of every cell of every organism. When we eat meat, we eat sugar. When we eat plants, we eat sugar. I'm just wondering if maybe the problem is low fat plant poisons, and that's our real problem. Because now that we've given up on sugar, oh, sugar's bad, but protein is good, is that another lie? My bet it's the biggest lie again, because no animal searches out protein. They go for animal product, meat, or they go for plants. They don't look for protein because there is nobody that's protein deficient, but they're poisoned by proteins all day long because they're eating a low animal fat diet. Most carnivores cook their meat, they render the fat, and plus the meat they've bought is already lean. That might be our biggest problem. Maybe. I'm just throwing out some ideas that maybe we don't think about, because every cell is made up of fat, protein, and sugars. The glycobiome, the glycans, are critical for survival. And so this idea, when we use the word sugars, we shouldn't use them, or proteins, we shouldn't use them, or fats, because none of them really come isolated. They all come in a package, right? Animal, plants. Some ideas.
I think a lot of people, they are misled as well, because we don't study those things. We don't know how they work exactly. And they think, oh, but without sugar, we would die. We need sugar in our diet. But our body makes what we need. We don't need to eat it to have a perfect sugar levels.
But I'm going to use this but one more time. All cells of all organisms contain sugars, proteins, fats. So in truth, plants you can eat, but the way and the frequency that we eat them is mostly poisonous, and the fact that we're not eating fat. Fat is raw animal fat, and most carnivores are not eating that. And that might be, I believe, the single leading problem for all of us, is we're eating a low animal fat diet that's been rendered, cooked. Pottinger's cats, someone asked about that on one of the platforms. Pottinger's cats, Pottenger's-S, cats. And I don't know if you've looked at this, but it's pretty radical concepts and ideas.
Let's see if we can get these questions quickly before.
Okay, so this one is: 2 years ago, my 23-year-old was diagnosed with blood cancer and celiac disease. Will need bone marrow transplant eventually. She's fit on keto diet. Does anyone know cases where blood cancer has been cured?
Yes. What's the cause of cancer?
Mitochondrial dysfunction?
Maybe. Plant protein, low animal fat diet is the cause.
Of the mitochondrial dysfunction.
Of any dysfunction, cellular dysfunction, and or endoplasmic reticular dysfunction. Post-translational modification of a protein may be part of it also. But I would say, we know in the keto carnivore world, keto is a scientific term, by the way. You're either a carnivore, omnivore, or herbivore. Those are the only natural diets of organisms, right?
Next question.
It's from the same person. At any point, do any of you believe some herbs for medical use can be beneficial? Dogs, cats at times eat grass when not feeling well to vomit. Thoughts? Yes.
I can share from my own experience. Like, if occasionally, that happens very rarely, let's say I get a cold, I would use some garlic or some ginger or some lemon, and I treat them as medicinals. So I wouldn't be taking them every day. It's only in specific conditions when I need to detox my body quicker and just get out the thing, what is in my body, basically out, because I don't take any drugs. I haven't, even before turning carnivore. I know how they could have severe side effects even by taking a painkiller for your headache. So I haven't been taking any pills for a long time, and I only do those herbs and other things that could be beneficial if I am ill. But I think if you are on an animal-based diet, it's very unlikely that you will get ill as well.
Although what you breathe, drink, and eat often may contain the plant antigens or the microbial antigens or the toxins that are made from these other organisms that could adversely affect us in our lives.
Giveaway.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we're doing it. I'm doing it right now.
Yep.
We're getting a Kilts Cup today. Some lucky winners get in the Kilts Cup.
Laura, do you travel to meetups around the globe? Have you been to the U.S.? Any meetups?
I have been to the US, but I haven't been to any meetups yet. I have been to a few in London, but the London community is not that big. It's very hard to organize any meetings. But yeah, hopefully one day I can come and meet you all in real life to the US, because I do have a lot of Instagram friends in the community, and I think being surrounded by the people, or in real life or just on the platform, is really helpful, because you just feel not alone and not left out. So you can always, if you have any questions or if you struggle, I think you can always reach out to somebody, and that somebody will get back to you and support you in your journey as well.
Cool.
Congratulations,
good,
Broken Carnivore. Email me, ali@drkilts.com, and we will get you a Kilts Cup. Laura, there's some great UK carnivores. In fact, Carnivore Muscle Jonathan is in the chat, my chat right now, and he just said he would love to meet you. He lives in, oh my God, he said where he lives. He lives somewhere near.
Whoever, if I don't know you, just please DM me on Instagram, and I would be really happy to connect, because I believe that there are so many more people that I don't know. I would be really happy.
There you go, Dorset. There.
3 p.m. this afternoon, we have another live stream. And for those taking the certification course, tomorrow we have a very special guest who's going to teach us about reversing type 2 diabetes.
Love that.
What about signing up for the carnivore course? How do you do that?
I have a link, and they should be able, you go straight to drkilts.com and you click the top, drkilts.com.
Making sure that everyone knows about, they could sign up for the next course.
October
Keep signing up. It's a really amazing course. Dr. Nelson and Ali have done an amazing job. Laura, thank you for being here and sharing your experience, really empowering, and we look forward to having you on Carnivore Conversations. Are we interviewing Laura?
We will.
All right, cool.
Thank you so much for having me, and it was lovely to meet you.
Thank you for being here, Laura.
Thanks, everybody. Goodbye.